Got a Chinaman's chance. You ain't feeling well.
30 seconds. Stand by. Radio. 15 seconds. Stand by. Lights, sound, and cameras. Radio. 5 seconds to live queue open and talent in 2.
Adjust your mojo.
You are about to participate in a great adventure.
Now.
At age, 60? He's just gonna break bad?
Radio with an attitude.
This system that we love is broken.
I know that.
Do not comply.
Hey, mother.
Welcome to another 2 hours of common sense.
That liberty and justice for all is a myth.
And erratic behavior.
You want to, but you can't. And when you do, you wish you didn't.
This is your Daily Mojo.
And a big old fat happy President's Day. Well, actually, it's Washington's birthday. Yeah. Happy Washington's birthday to you and yours. We have come in on this federal holiday, which what is the holiday? But what is the federal holiday officially known as?
President's Day, right?
It is officially Washington's birthday.
Oh.
On the books, it is still Washington's birthday. It was never officially changed to President's Day. So why we call it President's Day, I
only call it that because that's what it says on the calendar.
Yeah, that's not official, though.
Interesting.
Celebrations of Washington's birthday began informally. They actually started this stuff during his lifetime. He is like the George Washington is, from a front-facing perspective anyway, he's like the anti-Trump in the, even though they're very similar, in the public perception of the libtard left, he is the because they celebrated Washington. I mean, they loved him. They even, his birthday, becomes a holiday. And I think even during his lifetime, because what year did he die?
Oh, I have no idea. 1792? I don't know.
Well, you do not know when what?
No.
And you call yourself a patriot?
What'd you say, know before 17? You looked it up.
17 what did
92.
you say? 92. You were only 7 years off.
Oh.
I wouldn't have been able to guess that. I would have had to sit there and think about it for a long time. 1799. His birthday is officially the 22nd day of February. Today is, of course, the
16th
day. I did it for the first time I should clarify that. For the first time, I think this year, I wrote down a date as 2/16/25.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Missed it by a year.
Whoa. It rattled me there for a second because that's the first sign of dementia. I can't remember what the second sign is. It became a federal holiday, though, in 1879, initially just for government offices in D.C. It was signed into law under President Rutherford B. Hayes. And then it was expanded nationwide in 1885. This made it the first federal holiday honoring an individual American. And the date aligned with his birth under the Gregorian calendar. That was adjusted from February 11th, 1731. Because of the calendar changes in 1752. You remember those calendar changes, right?
I do not.
Absolutely. Me too. In 1968, Congress passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act to create more 3-day weekends for workers. They just said workers, not federal, but it is for federal workers. Because who that that's not a federal employee has the day off? Well, banks.
Yeah, banks do.
You can't get to your money. We got a notice from the bank that they're automated. So, they're behind the scenes. Your banking app anything associated with your accounts, you can't do anything with it until Tuesday. Wait, what?
What?
No, we can't, what? Like, I need to know my balance. Yeah, I can't tell you your balance till Tuesday because we're maintaining stuff.
Maintenancing. Gotcha.
It's like, what? So I'm assuming then if something bounces, you're not going to charge a fee for it because we didn't know, right?
When did they start that
Sure.
maintenancing? Because, I tried to get
Day or
postage
two
yesterday.
ago.
And it would not work.
Yeah, nope, it is not going to work until tomorrow.
Damn it.
Yeah, so this made it the first federal holiday honoring individual American. In 1968, they passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act. This sounds familiar, to create more three-day work weekends for federal holidays by moving several of them, including Washington's birthday, to Mondays. Boy, they get up there at the federal level, they get right on that shit if it involves getting a three-day weekend for them, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
They are on it like stink on cheese. The foot cheese stuff. The change took effect in 1971. It shifted the observance to the third Monday in February, meaning it no longer falls on Washington's actual birthday, but they don't care because it was never about, Washington. It was about three-day weekends. During debates on the act, some people proposed renaming it President's Day to also honor Abraham Lincoln, who was born when? Just the day. You're good at birthdays, Ron. What day was he born? And you call yourself a patriot.
I don't remember.
February 12th.
Okay, February the 12th.
February 12th. His birthday was already celebrated in many states, though never federally, which is, again, kind of weird. Congress rejected the name change, keeping it officially Washington's birthday. Wonder why. Wonder what it was about that they just... By golly, we're putting our foot down. Must have had something to do with an illegal. Probably. The new timing falling between Washington's and the Lincoln's birthdays led the public and the retailers to popularly call it President's Day. By the 1980 sales promotions helped cement the name. And there has to be, I guarantee there is a mattress sale going on somewhere near you.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
It?
Yeah, let me see.
That's like the biggest sale day for mattresses.
Mattress
Which every
sale
time now I think of mattresses. Now all I think about is undercover drug, money laundering schemes. Because how did the mattress firm? How did what?
Tempur-Pedic. It's got a President's
There you
Day
go.
sale, $500 off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
The shit's too
did it,
expensive when they give $500 off.
Yeah. Yeah. Act now for a $2,000 savings. Holy crap! How much is that? So, how do these mattress companies stay in business?
I don't know. It's not like everybody
drive by
buys
one
a
and see
mattress.
100 people in any particular store on any day. Rarely do you see more than 2 or 3 people walking around in a
But they're
mattress store.
expensive, man. Unless you get it off of Amazon, and it's still a little expensive.
Or if you, they're always a good bed is expensive. A good mattress, is expensive. But since the advent of the foam mattresses, I couldn't go back to a regular one because they're just. So the whole thing started just for Washington in the 19th century. It's shifted for convenience, and it's now informally President's Day. But in our hearts, if you're a patriot, you know it is Washington's birthday today, and that's it. And the other, the big deal that I just found out about, 5 minutes ago? I believe I said something to Ron in our behind-the-scenes commentary that this is a fascinating development in the Warner Brothers Paramount discussions. So Netflix, is still I guess they're the leading contender to buy Paramount. No, to buy
Disney.
Warner Brothers Discovery. I always get
Warner Brothers Discovery. Sorry.
So Netflix is like leading the pack right now, but according to Forbes, according to Bloomberg, the people over at Paramount or Warner Brothers Discovery are, you know what? Come on back and talk to us there, Teddy Bear, for you people at Paramount, Skydance, Ellison.
Yeah.
Remember why this is important. You remember why it's important who gets control of Warner Brothers Discovery?
I do not. I mean,
you should listen to a show called The Daily MoJo. They explained it pretty simply, too. Because if... I know. That one dude is annoying as shit. Can't remember his name, though. Anyway, so Paramount is owned by Ellis and the Oracle people, and they are relatively conservative. I mean, they're more conservative, let's say, than a Netflix bunch of people. If Netflix gets a hold of Warner Brothers Discovery, then it is obviously going to go down continue down the woke path, continue down the message path, and all of that. And in theory, if the Ellisons get control of of Warner Brothers Discovery, why is it so hard to keep those? Because they all feel like one big, it all feels like one big entity, Hollywood.
Yeah, it does,
and it's hard to get them individualized. But if we can get it into the hands of somebody who has at least, just give me middle of the road.
Which is all Paramount is middle of the road.
Yeah.
If not leaning left.
It has been, no, it's leaned left for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, that's they're behind the whole Star Trek debacle.
Exactly.
But, and why didn't the Ellisons step in? If they are going to be more libertarian, conservative, whatever, why didn't they step in and intervene on behalf of common sense and good taste to stop the whole Starfleet Leering Academy? I mean, why haven't they done anything to? Yeah. And maybe they have, but that thing's been renewed for a second season. I think it was a while back.
Nice.
It is. It is far more entertaining watching all of the reviews. Everything Starfleet Academy adjacent is really entertaining, as opposed to the show itself, which is unbelievably bad. Almost indescribably bad from a Star Trek standpoint. Again, if you want to just call it science fiction and, have at it, okay, I'll give you that. But don't Star Trek? Nope. And the only reason that Roddenberry's name is on it, cha-ching. If I were him,
absolutely.
I'd be like, I could
cashing in.
Just take my
generations.
Take my name off the credits because he has nothing. He has no input on it whatsoever.
Yeah,
his name is just there for cachet. So anyway, the whole Paramount thing, huh?
He's dead.
Eugene Robin? No.
Gene?
No. Well, his son's name is Eugene, so Gene still alive.
I got you.
Yeah. And fascinating fact about Star Trek I learned yesterday, day before. I may have heard this before, but during the Next Generation production, Roddenberry, the original, the OG, made it mandated that the crew or the main characters, I don't know how narrow he went, could not disagree with each other. Couldn't
I
couldn't have any head,
but that doesn't surprise me because it's that one world, we don't have any more wars kind of thing. Yeah,
right. Well, we only have wars,
but he doesn't want disagreements.
Yeah, that was an edict from on high, and he had the juice back then to get that done. I mean, it was his show, but and that's one of the reasons that they said that Deep Space Nine went the way it did. I was watching an episode of Deep Space Nine. I never watched it in the past. I say never. I rarely watched
DS9,
it.
Benjamin Sisko.
Yeah.
And
the whole thing with the Leering Academy.
Yep. With
going back
Sam.
and rewriting canon.
Yeah.
Or altering the canon regarding Benjamin Sisko. Because he disappeared at the end of DS9.
And became an entity of some sort.
That's weird. An emissary.
Yeah. Emissary. Yeah.
But he always told his wife that he would be back. And so it's always been, a mystery. What happened? And then the yutzes at Starfleet Academy just decided that they were going to, as they have done with so many things in the historical context of Star Trek, just screw it. Why not? There was remember the alien with the white face and the black face?
Uh-huh.
They are called Charons. Charons? Cheron. Charons, I think.
Yeah.
And, we noticed that there had been a couple of these characters in Starfleet Academy, but there was also one in
Wasn't
one
there
of the
one in
other
Discovery?
spin-offs. Yeah, I think that was the other.
Yeah.
But it was Discovery, because I was going to say it wasn't Next Generation, because they shouldn't technically exist anymore. And the reason was pretty simple, and they explained it in the original series about that, about why they didn't exist. I'll get into all of that, because is it shocking that Hollywood takes, all sorts of liberties with history, shats upon them, and then hands them to us and says, here, you'll enjoy this. And then if you don't enjoy it, that's because you're a rapist and a racist and a homophobe. And what else? You're a pedophile in the true sense of the word.
But it does get
et
everybody
cetera.
talking. That's the thing.
About how bad it is?
I mean, your purists out there will lose their mind, but they're talking about it. That's the
Is
thing.
that a good thing?
Is it? I mean, I don't. Would you say
Because the
any press
only
is good
talk-
press?
That was P.T. Barnum who said that, and is it true? Yeah. I just saw a Gretchen Whitmer headline caught my eye, which of course made me think of Phil
Gretch.
Bell, and because we want Phil to be happy, and,
do.
And the headline wants to say here, this is embarrassing, Gretchen Whitmer. Oh, I can't wait to see what that is. However, there's also this, and should we be? Hang on, where did it go? This dude. Oh, it's on X. That's why. No, that's not it either. Oh, wait to show him this. Wait until you hear. Is that a dude?
She's pretty.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Since we're here, why not?
Why not?
Because, here.
Hi guys, I'm here with Mom. In 12 hours, I will be unconscious on the operating table. My surgery's at 7:30.
Is he straight or gay?
Gay.
What was your clue?
The
Gay voice?
yeah.
Yes. Stop it. Stop it. That's not funny.
In the morning. I'm not feeling as nervous, but I'm a little bit nervous. Really leaning in.
You know why you're nervous? I mean, he's going under the knife, reportedly, according to this post.
To the philosophy of surrender. I'm surrendering to the gods.
Well, if you're surrendering to the gods, you're making a huge mistake, because there's only one, and
man.
if there's more than one, they're fooling with you. They're Lokiing you.
Joshua Rosenberg, and to my anesthesiologist.
He has a pretty face, doesn't he? You got a pretty face there, boy.
And I got these really cute, silk pajama sets.
I mean, how often lately? Ron's been doing that a lot, pulling out the silk pajamas and saying, here, I'm going to wear these. I'm like, all right. And you look good in them, Ron.
Dude,
I got to say,
like-
you're awfully
The only
slippery
problem
when
with
you-
silk jammies is that they
Slide
make you
off the
slide
bed.
off the bed.
Yeah. You end up on the floor at the foot of the bed in the morning. You're like, what the hell happened? And
Especially if you're
you
on
look up-
silk sheets, too.
Oh, yeah. You
Holy
end up in
crap.
the next room. Don't threaten me with a good time.
This one has little teddy bears. Look at this. It's a little teddy bear with
Another little teddy bear.
Wonder what's going through Mom's mind sitting back there on the bed.
What the hell have I done?
an eye mask. Sleeping in the moon. That's going to be me all week.
She looks like Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Is this Martha Stewart's illegitimate love child? Wow.
Any final thoughts, Mom?
Oh, boy. What do you think Mom's going to say?
You're a strong person.
Strong.
You son of a... You wrote this, didn't you? You did write this.
Woman. And you are going to get through this.
Amen.
And you're going to come out on the other side.
Well, to be fair, she's been lying to him since he was born. Santa Claus and all that.
Oh.
Just saying. Tooth fairy. Right? Right. Tell me I'm wrong. Why do we do that? And you know what that is.
Yeah, yeah.
Why do we do that? Is that the okay? Is that the okay falsehood? And just, I mean, all I'm saying is it could lead to this.
Feeling the most confident and beautiful person that you are inside.
Interesting that she would say that and not say, then why are you doing this? Whatever it is that, and to be fair, I mean, he's going under the knife it may just be for a tummy tuck, but you get the impression that he's going in there for
a lopping,
a lopping. Ooh.
I'm like you though. Put that joker in a jar. Put it
in a pickle jar in the, like, blue formaldehyde solution and have it on the shelf. I mean, hell of a conversation starter when you think about it.
Conversation piece, yeah.
Hey, what's this? Let me tell you. That was the day I was nervous. And that's why you're nervous, because you're having shit lopped off. Trying to get into that mindset that you're, tomorrow I'm going to go in and they're going to, and there's no coming back from that one. There is zero coming back from that one. That is from this day forward in perpetuity, permanent like. I mean, so for her to sit back and you are strong, you are special the way you are, you're wonderful, and you should have it lopped off.
So true. Thanks, Mom. Can we have pink ice packs?
I'm sorry, can we what?
And we have pink ice
Cute are
packs.
these?
Oh, because that'll help, right?
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to help at all.
I want that in a jar on the shelf. It's floating around in there. You kind of maybe like a snow globe. Put some of that little artificial snow that you get in snow globes. Put that in there so you can shake
it up. Yeah.
Watch when the snow clears. There he is, floating around in there. Ooh, that's something out of a horror movie. Having your junk all schnizzed and lopped and in a jar on the shelf. That's just, why would you ever do that? Why? Let's take that 2 steps backward and say, why would you ever do that? That beginning with the whole thing. If there ain't nothing wrong with it, Papa Ryan. By the way, if you'd like to be involved in the program this morning, and who wouldn't after all, because any Monday that starts with a discussion about your schniz getting lopped, it's got to be a good Monday, right? That no matter what happens to you today, with maybe a couple of exceptions, you are not going to be in as bad a shape as dude there. Look at it that way. Papa Ryan says more like snap off. See, because it's be like clap off, right? Clap on, clap off. You finish it.
Clap on the clapper. Clap on, clap off.
I think
the clapper. There you go.
Yeah,
missed it. Sorry,
I was going to say. I think you missed.
I mean, it's one of those,
otherwise you're
one of those
commercials, forever and ever. Anyway, the hashtag to use what I learned today. No matter where you are watching and or listening, in a jar it may look bigger, says Nick. That's true. It's that effect where the water magnifies everything. So you're going to, boy, that thing's huge. It wasn't that big in person. Let me just tell you. It looks different floating in a jar. Bugs Mom, my hubs is convinced it's the crap they put in our foods that makes them do that. That's as good a reason as any. I mean, I feel genuinely bad for this guy. because I mean, it doesn't matter how and if you wake up every day and you feel like you're in the wrong body, what a horrible thing to have. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. To wake up every day feeling like this body is that's not who I am. But to believe, and he's been told to believe, and obviously mom back there is, yeah, rah, sis, boom, bah. If you just get the lopped, you'll feel better. You'll feel more like you. And I just cannot imagine feeling that way afterward.
I get the
Always in the
impression
back
this
of your
dude's
mind.
lived as a woman or a girl for a long time.
Yeah. Probably. He's pretty.
I mean, the hair?
Pretty.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous hair right there. You've got to admit, that is some gorgeous hair. Right up into the point where you start getting male pattern baldness.
If he walked up to you but wasn't talking to you, I would have thought that was a chick.
Possibly, but we don't know if there's a filter on this. And
true.
You know, he walks up and I have more of a 5 o'clock shadow than I do right now, in which case you go, how you doing? And hey, whatever your flavor is, you do you, boo. That's Fabu. We're behind you. Especially Ron. Ron's really behind you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just that whole situation right there. And there's some other news on that front. Remember the guy in Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, I saw that story.
And no, he's going. Ted Levine is the guy who played Buffalo Bill. He had like 3 names, the character did. And it was Buffalo Bill. I can't remember the other ones. But now Ted Levine is sorry. It never ends. It never ends. In the meantime, this will do absolutely no good whatsoever if you rub some of the insensitive rub on your wounds after you get that. It's not gonna. Nope. However, if you're like most other people with aches and pains, the insensitive rub from GetMojoCBD.com is amazing. I had over the weekend a weird, I think it's called peripheral neuropathy. I'm not sure. I mean, I know what peripheral neuropathy is. It's pain in the nerve endings in your extremities, and they can do wacky things. And mine was my little toe, my right foot, suddenly it felt like someone was ramming an ice pick into it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was like, wow. I mean, to the point where it made me jump. And it was at night when I was trying to go to sleep, which did not really aid in my quest to get some sleep. Because when someone is, if you've ever wondered, hey, I wonder if someone is sticking an ice pick into my foot, will I be able to sleep?
That's
The
like
answer is
gout,
no.
though. Gout does the same thing.
And have you tried the insensitive rub when you get the flare up?
No, only because I haven't had a major flare up since we started with these guys. But I've got it, Andy. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to use
you mentioned
everything.
it. You know what'll happen.
What?
No, it's like saying I've never had a car wreck.
Oh
First thing
yeah,
happens
that's
to you,
true.
so
That is true.
Prepare for the onset because you just triggered something in your brain.
Damn it!
But have that ready because it worked. Because I didn't know if it would work. Because if you think about like when you get weird nerve reactions in an extremity like that, it's not really from an injury, I guess. I'm trying to say is, when you like sprain something or pull a muscle, you rub the insensitive rub on and it works because you've done something to that. Why my toe was doing what it was doing, I don't know. I mean, it's not like I dropped anything on it. It wasn't cut, nothing like that, but it worked. That's all I cared about at that point in time. I hope this works because I want to sleep. I want to sleep.
Maybe you had a little tinge of gout. Do you know what gout feels like? That wasn't
you threatening me with a good time?
That wasn't a joke.
Because I'm considering it right now. I mean, what do you have in mind? Dinner first?
No, you don't want it. Trust me. No, if you've ever had a gout flare up, you do not want it again.
Does it feel like an ice pick ramming into
your?
It does.
It's very sensitive. You can't put any covers on it or anything. You can't cover it up, and it just it either feels like an ice pick or it throbs. And it encompasses your brain, that pain. I hate it. Hate it.
It doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun.
It is not fun at all.
Yeah, I'm going to take that off my bucket list then.
Yeah, do.
I will. No more. I have to update this thing on a daily basis now. Thank you for the warning.
Yep, you're welcome.
GetMoJoCBD.com is the website, and use the promo code DailyMojo for 40% off your purchase at GetMoJoCBD.com.
Radio with an attitude. This is
Thank you for hanging out with us. Brad Sachs. Hello.
your Daily Mojo.
And that other guy. I think his name's Ron Phillips. Ron Phillips. Everybody. And we're here to help you get through another Monday. Monday. It's the Daily Mojo. It's the Daily Mojo. And I'm ready for the week.
Your Daily Mojo.
Yeah. It's the Daily Mojo. It's the Daily Mojo. It's the Daily Mojo. And I'm ready for the week. Let's go. Let's go.
It is your Daily Mojo for Monday. It is George Washington's birthday officially. You may know it as President's Day, but it's Washington's birthday. And we have, in honor of that particular event, we have... I don't know where that came from. I do know where it came from. We have the 1776 flag hanging on the back wall here in the room. This is a flag from 1976, the bicentennial, here in the United States of America. And I was asking Ron, and I'm usually pretty good at remembering and or putting a note on something when we get it. And I remember the person, and it was a dude, who said, "Hey, was it my mom? My aunt had got this new in 1976, and I don't know, did you all want it?"
I've got that email too. I remember seeing.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
Okay, all right. Well, then yes. I was going to say who, because when I asked Ron earlier, he was like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Damn, that was no help," and I just disappointed. But now, Ron, you're making up for it.
I'm looking for it,
and I commend you, but. I commend you. However, I have to.
It's always runs for.
Otherwise, he gets a big head, and then it's embarrassing. So, while he's looking that up, I found an incredible, and this is one of those things that happens on a daily basis, but we don't appreciate it. Because it's just all around us all the time, and it's lost we've lost our amazement in it, and that is the rotation of the planet Earth. Big deal. We're zipping through we really stop and think about it. We're doing 25,000 miles an hour.
Oh yeah,
going one way and spinning. However many miles an hour we're spinning. Takes about a day to do a whole rotation. Anyway. But you never really think about, you don't ever get a visual of the Earth spinning, of our rotation. This guy, and I found a couple of these, this guy sets up his camera.
It's locked to the stars, right? It
is calibrated so that it compensates for the Earth's movement.
Gotcha.
So it is in a constant position, a fixed position in the universe. And so it ignores the rotation of the Earth. So what we're seeing are the stars. They're going to stay all in the same place. I'm just going to play it, and you'll see what I mean. It doesn't look real, but if you see the rotation of the Earth, you just never think about it this way, right? We always see the stars. Let me put this on loop so except I can't remember how you put it on loop. Is it L? Nope. Anyway, just go back and hit play. It was so much easier if I just put it on loop. Anyway, it just gives you that the the understanding that we are spinning. The rest of the cosmos is moving around as well. But this is such a visual example of it. And I found the first one that I found this morning, it just popped up on my timeline. And this guy did the same thing. I don't think it's the same photographer, but he puts his camera on the side of a cliff, lets it run, and we get the stabilized camera to the Earth's rotation. This one kind of made me dizzy. It's so weird seeing that. I know, right? It is. I think shorts automatically loop, don't they? I don't want to go all the way back to that. But it is, to me, this was like the most visual indicator of how much we're moving at any given moment in time. And you don't think about it, obviously, because it would make you seasick if you did think about it all the time. But that is a miracle. I mean, why don't we fly off the damn thing? That's the old argument. Well, if we're spinning around that, why don't we all fly off the... Because I'll tell you why we don't fly off when we're spinning around at 20... Because we don't. Because glue. That's why.
Because glue.
Because glue. That's exactly why we don't fall off because how do you explain why don't we? And isn't gravity's why, but isn't gravity also caused by the rotation of the Earth? I mean, isn't that what we've always been taught, right? That we're spinning around, therefore gravity, and we're stuck to the face of the planet. Because it makes sense. Except now that they are investigating things, or I guess trying to learn more about why gravity does what it does, they're finding all kinds of different things that gravity isn't what we used to think it was. And it just goes to show you how little we actually know about the world that we're living in. But don't forget, we are changing the weather on the planet because, SUVs. Did you find dude's name?
No, I'm still looking.
Oh. Anyway, it just, to me, that was amazing because you just don't think of it. And every day there are things like that happening all around us that really are a miracle. Truly are miracles. E1 Guru, thank you for this makes, you'll understand gravity much better after I read this to you. E1 Guru says, gravity is a force between two masses. There you go. That is why we stick to the planet. Because it's a force between two masses. Alan Trotter says centripetal force isn't really the cause of gravity. Right? Gravity is not a force that pulls us down. It pushes down from space. The Earth's rotation allows us to stand up. I didn't realize we had so many physicists right here and of course, Sir Rat Bastard, with the appropriate explanation, nipples. Because why not? If you're in the Daily Mojo First Amendment room, thank you for being there. Lep's over there, Patrick G, and hello. Well, it just says HLO. A guest in the chat room. Thank you for being here. Try to have a good time. We're a wild bunch, especially those over there in the chat room, but you'll get used to it. Gravity is caused by mass, not by rotation. Simple. I know. Why didn't you just say this to begin with? It's so easy. And Coog says, it's so awful. I pray for these folks to escape the devil's hands. And thank you for bringing me back to that, because there was a response to that. The video that we played you, the dude who's getting the surgery, and it's this right here. And I thought, wow,
that's freaky. Holy cow.
So probably more accurate than we know. Also discovered this dude, and And you tell me if we should call him and beg him to come back to the United States.
You're going to go into that building an American, and you're going to come out a Canadian.
I'm going to go into that building an American, and I'm going to come out a Canadian.
That's what she just said.
Not when I'm banded. Theodore! All right, big smiles, everyone. Smile here. Hello. How does it feel to be Canadian?
It feels great. I feel like instantly changed. You know, on the drive home, I was letting everyone in front of me. And then we went to go get lunch, and it was completely crowded, so I was like, I'll come back. And I just, I've fully embraced being a Canadian already.
Do you want to call him and get him back here? Because we can't let him go, can we?
I do not want to call him.
We can't. But you don't want him to come? You're not. Why? I mean, we need people like him. That's what made this country great. People like Bob there. I think that's his name. It doesn't really matter because he's not with us anymore because he's not dead. He's just not an American. Or maybe he's a dual citizen, which would be even more confusing to me because why would you do that? Maybe, I guess, for income taxes or something. But why? I mean, other than I am so embarrassed. I am so done with being an American. I want to be a Canadian. Eh? Take off, hoser. And of course, the comments, commenting on videos has become an art form, and Raven's in there too. Which every time I hear or see Raven, I'm like, oh, we got to call her and get her back on the. And then I always walk out of here to go to the Dirty Turtle down the hallway at the end of the program, and I forget because I have a short attention span. So remind me, please, Ron.
Okay.
Like Texas Toxic Cowboy says, yeah, now don't come back. Nice to see he combed his hair for the camera. Slob, enjoy Canada. Don't come back. Nobody's really wanting him to come back. Even Sam Adams, if ye love wealth better than liberty, the tranquility of servitude than the animated contest of freedom, go home from us in peace. We ask not your counsels or arms. Crouch down and lick the hands which feed you. May your chains sit lightly upon you, and may posterity forget that you were our countrymen. They had a way of telling you to go to hell back then that felt elegant, didn't it? It felt so much cleaner.
Made you happy to be on your way.
Right. I'm looking forward to that trip. That sounds awesome. It really does. That'll be fun. John says, someone tell that cuck that Canada is still part of America. It pretty much is. Canada is a pretty country. I mean, I've enjoyed Canada every time I've been there, with the exception of London, Ontario. And do you know why?
Why?
Because in London, Ontario, it is colder than the face of the freaking moon. We were there for the unveiling or the groundbreaking of a new factory by Hanwha, which makes, I think, kitchen countertops. We were shooting something for HGTV, and it was it's the coldest I've ever been. David S.
Yep.
Thank you, David S., for that. How many years sitting in front of a and still I don't know how weathermen do it on a daily basis. The 1776 flag from officially from 1976.
Dave S.
The bicentennial. Yep. Really appreciate it, and it is hung in infamy. When the real lighting gets on there, you'll see some of the details. It's a really nice frame. And one of the things that I tweeted out a little tease of this some time ago, and it was part of this picture, and someone from the angle that I had put out, they thought that was a finger chopper because of the way, just the angle of it. It looked like a finger chopper where you could, put whatever you wanted to in there, and it would slice it off, kind of like a cigar.
Oh.
And nibbler. But no, that was a pretty bronze plaques on there. It's pretty awesome looking. It really is. So anyway, David, thank you for that. And it will be hung on our wall. That's just a funny word. Anyway, it's time for Phil Bell and his morning updates here on the Daily Mojo.
This is Phil Bell on the Daily Mojo with your morning update. Happy President's Day. This should be a great day to celebrate outstanding leaders like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Ronald Reagan, and Donald Trump, all of whom have held that office of President of the United States. Unfortunately, President's Day 2026 is just one of many days that the crazy left is out to get President Trump, not because they have a different viable vision for our nation, but because they not only hate him, but they hate the fact that we have the freedoms that we do. It is important that we, the patriots, go out and make sure that our fellow citizens know the truth and understand what's going on. Because the only way the Democrat Party can succeed in the midterm elections in 2026, in the next general elections in 2028, and so on, will be if they continue lying. President Trump is a revolutionary leader in that he is one of the few since the Founding Fathers who looked out and said, you know what? I am willing to give up power so that the people can have more. And when you look at the course of human history, such leaders are incredibly rare because most people, even those we love and even ourselves, are almost always unwilling to give up power if we have accumulated it. Now, what I want you to do today is something special. I want you to make sure that our fellow Americans understood how great we have it here in the United States of America and the type of opportunities that we have because of our constitutional government, because of the true miracle of our founding. And that the only way we can lose it is if we choose to do nothing. So please, let us know in the comments what you are doing. And also, please download the Daily Mojo smartphone app and enable notifications. That way you'll be up to date on the latest craziness and good stuff coming out of Washington, D.C., and you'll know how to share it with others. Stay sharp, stay strong, and stay free right here on the Daily Mojo.
Before you go, remember to hit that like button if you agree with Phil. If you don't, let us know why in the comments below and share it with the world. Phil Bell's Morning Update is exclusively on thedailymojo.com.
Top of the hour, I flip on the radio for a blast of truth and power from the Daily Mojo. Oh.
Stupidity is not a competition.
So you don't shoot deer with a bullet that size. If you do, you could cook it at the same time.
Unless you're a politician.
Get the news from Brad and Ron. It's the greatest show. I have a few surprises on the Daily Mojo.
The Daily Mojo.
Indeed, do not forget to follow us on the social medias at Real Brad Staggs, at Real Ron Phillips over there on that side, and at Real Daily Mojo as well on the program. Quick note to those of you who receive the subscriber boxes, and I don't know what it is with QR. There's a QR code, little G God somewhere, and he has it out for me. But anyway, the QR code that was included with your balancing act
box went out yesterday. So
all right. So when you get them, you will see the little QR code, and working on getting that particular one to work. But it's a long story short. You can go to the website and also send out a notification for those of you who are expecting it. And it's a pretty good instruction sheet. I'm just going to leave it at that. If you want to be a part of the core group of people who make this show possible, you can do so at thedailymojo.com. Just click on the donate or just become a supporter at whatever level you feel comfortable with. Because without you,
we're stuck.
No, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens by the end of this year. That's kind of the deadline, and we have an expensive hobby on our hands right now. We'd like to make it more of a profitable thing. We'll see. In the meantime, Savannah Guthrie, let me play this one first because this is good. This is an old, obviously. Well, I say obviously, hell, it could be AI for all we know. But this is a video of Savannah when she was little and her mom right there. You forget that, and I know we all end up getting old, but we forget that people like Nancy were young once. I mean, they were running around like the rest of us, doing all kinds of wild and crazy things. And Savannah was born in Australia. This is the week 3.
This is beginning week 3, yeah.
Again, I will say, how is it possible that we, with the FBI and I guess we've got the power of the federal government and the investigative arms of the federal government, and still we don't know what happened to Nancy Guthrie. How is that 84-year-old woman disappears and there is, at this point, doesn't look like there's a suspect? It's just insane. Here's Savannah with, she put this out yesterday. I have to play in that.
I wanted to come on, and it's been 2 weeks since our mom was taken, and I just wanted to come on and say that we still have hope, and we still believe. And I wanted to say to whoever has her or knows where she is that it's never too late. And you're not lost or alone. And it is never too late to do the right thing. And we are here. And we believe. And we believe in the essential goodness of every human being. And it's never too late.
Again, I feel for Savannah. It's horrible. You think about your parent being missing, you're imagining the worst, and no answers. It's just bizarre, and I don't know, maybe we'll get the real story, the truth about what happened. Maybe we won't.
I think they did tie DNA from the house to the glove that they found at some point over the weekend.
Yeah, they the latest, according to CNN, the safety of the victim. She's 84. She has a pacemaker, needs daily medication. They did not take her medication, right? With them, wherever.
The last I heard, they did not. Correct.
That's, I don't know if Savannah still is holding hope that her mom is alive. I don't know. But, of course, it doesn't seem likely. Investigators are buried in leads. The tens of thousands of tips generated in the case. Tens of thousands. That's what happens every time you put up a tip line. The crazies come out of the woodwork. And the people who think they're doing the right thing by, well, I saw a guy, but you're in Japan. And who knows? Maybe she is in Japan. I mean, it's, I guess, as likely as anything else at this point. As we've learned time and time again, sometimes it's more obscure lead that may end up further down in the pile that has the answer in it, according to CNN chief law enforcement and intelligence analyst John Miller. The only way to get there is to go through them as fast as possible. They say the investigators are operating in a fishbowl. High-profile nature of the kidnapping of her mom has brought an enormous amount of scrutiny, media attention, which makes it difficult for authorities to hold back info. The local guy there that the sheriff's office was reportedly withholding information from the FBI because they didn't trust the FBI. I can't say I'd blame him. This is what happens. We're still dealing with all of the, and we will continue probably in perpetuity to deal with all of the blowback and the effects of what happens when people lose faith and trust in their government and the authority figures, which the deep state did that to all of us. That's not even a theory. That is cold, hard fact. With what they did to Donald Trump, all of the things that they told us that he was, which we could see he was not, all of the lies that they told, all of the things that the media said, all of the things that we were told from a government perspective that were absolute and utter horseshit. And people that have two brain cells to rub together continue not to trust those authorities. And I don't know if we ever get past that. That's a good question, and I don't have the answer. But the one thing about this case that if there is a positive in any of this, it's at least something we can all agree on. And you have to look for those. I mean, I don't know who could disagree with, we want to find Savannah Guthrie's mom and we'd like to find her alive and well. If you disagree with that, I would ask, there might be something wrong with you.
Yeah.
But at least we can start there. And if we're ever going to come together as a nation of freedom-loving individuals again, you got to start looking for the little threads that we have in common, the things that make us human beings.
I was thinking the other day about how desperation begins to set in when something like this happens, and realized that there are people out there, and I probably would be one of them, that as desperation sets in and you want your loved one returned, that you really don't care that the person who took them and did all of this to you, you don't care whether they get convicted or prosecuted or not. You want your loved one back. Just bring her back and walk away. That kind of thing. Yep. That's tough to deal with.
Yeah, it is. But you do. You're right. You get to that point where when the most important thing is want mom back, want her to be safe. Just bring her back and you can walk away.
Yeah.
Which I'm good with that. Totally good with that. But I don't know. None of us know what's going. Well, there's somebody out there who knows what's going to happen, but they ain't talking. I don't know that the kidnapping angle was ever real.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with Megyn Kelly on this one. Boy, she was pissed. Did you see?
I did not.
Oh,
what was she mad about?
Doing, but the whole way this was being handled at the time, and this is effing bullshit. I mean, she was not happy. John Klatt says, look, sure, this is sad, but the only reason it's talked about is because of who her daughter is. Hundreds of people go missing every day. Agreed. However, does it matter? Does that matter? We can still agree on wanting Nancy Guthrie returned safely. Doesn't matter that, I mean, it obviously it matters that hundreds of people.
It's the only reason it's in the news. It shouldn't be the only reason the work that they're putting into trying to find her happens.
Right. Well, there are limited resources.
Yeah.
but it can't.
That's correct.
It's not possible.
And the other hundreds of people, the other 99s of people, they don't get the federal government. They don't.
That's true.
Now, that is
why?
because it's Savannah
Do you know
Guthrie.
why? Do you know why that happens? Because life isn't fair.
That's true.
It's not fair, and if we just sit back and go, you're right. I mean, it's not everybody. I get it, but life's not fair. Never has been.
Yeah.
Know the rules so you know when to bend and break them. That's the point. Original Babe says, you brought up a good point here. Here she is. I have a feeling she will be found on the 33rd day. Interesting. Is there a reason for that? I've not watched a single video on her. Yeah, I think it's all a psyop. I don't play those games. I will agree that there are a lot of things.
It's a psyop?
I've tended to note that a lot of things in Original Babe's life are psyops. And you know what? To be fair, maybe they are. Some things to me don't feel like psyops. I don't know what the point of this
would be. As
psyop would be.
Yeah.
If you can explain that, I'm willing to listen. Like I've always said, Original Babe, I'm willing to listen. Hell, I'm willing to listen to flat earthers. Why not? Just to see what they have to say. This video is, the title of the video, Wart Submerged in Water Opens Up.
Oh.
And, yeah, I know. It's like, whoa, that does not sound like fun, does it? But I will tell you what it's about here in, where did that other thing go? In a minute. But I didn't realize, do you know what causes warts? Don't look it up.
No. I mean, is it a fungus?
Don't look it up.
I'm not looking it up.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah.
I know you, and by your...
I was going to look it up, but I'm not going to because you asked me not to. You don't hear my keys. I'm not looking it up.
Uh-huh. If you agree, and I think the other thing we can all agree on is that there's some crazies out there, a lot of crazies out there, and when they do stuff that affects us all, it's really irritating, and you really want to get out there and just slap them upside the head. But you can't, because we can't find all the stupids. We can, however, take necessary steps to prevent us from feeling the full impact of stupid, or from Mother Nature for that matter, whether it's a flood or an earthquake, whatever it is. And of course, I'm talking about preparewithmojo50.com, which is the portal into the wonderful world of My Patriot Supply. And you can save a little bit of money there right now by just starting out at that URL at preparewithmojo50.com. Whether you need to make sure that your emergency food supply is fully stocked, or you need some tools, or you need some seeds, whatever it is. Right now, you can save $100 on the 3-month emergency food supply. You can. There's a pop-up that comes up at the very beginning, but because I've been there before, it does not do that. Anyway, when yours pops up, you'll see you can enter to win. I think it's a 3-month emergency food supply. Hey, somebody's going to win, right? You can't win if you don't enter. You're welcome. It's all at preparewithmojo50.com. It's just your little insurance policy against the stupid. Because, again, there's a lot of it out there. Preparewithmojo50.com.
Oh, radio. Monday hits like a freight train. Eyes half open, brains in pain. But there they are. Brad and Ron again. Brad sharp words, they cut through fog. Ron trips over his own dialogue. Still somehow they're the perfect cog. The Daily Mojo gets me right. Laughs and truths at morning light. Brad's the spark, Ron's the flame. Together
We are the runaway train of radio and the interweb, for that matter. And we invite you aboard the train wreck each and every morning from 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time here on the Daily Mojo at thedailymojo.com. Prior to the break, I asked the question that has been nagging at everyone's brain for millennia. What causes warts? We all know that it's a frog. Right? I mean, that's...
Frog piss. That's what it is.
I thought that cured something. I thought if a frog peed on you, which they always will if you hold them in your hand for whatever reason. Maybe it's because of the warm, putting somebody's hand in warm water, and maybe it's the same thing. But it's not actually frogs. Is that another one of those lies we get told as a kid? Yeah. So, and again, what set me off down this rabbit hole is, does it mean people are going to visit you, or that you're going to get money when your nose itches? Or that you just have an errant nose hair? One of the three. But mine's driving me crazy this morning. Anyway, I saw this video because the guy said, I put my wart in water. What was the exact verbiage here? Wart submerged in water opens up. And I'm like, oh, that sounds oddly, disgustingly interesting. And so the guy he's got a wart on his thumb, and he puts it down into this water, and he's got a time-lapse camera, and it goes on for like an hour. And it's like, oh, that's fast. By the way, if you're eating breakfast, I don't know, you may want to, it's just skin. It's not like bleeding or anything, it's just a wart. But it's to me, it's fascinating because I never really thought about a wart opening up, right? And if you've ever had a wart like on your thumb, like this dude has, that would be, what a giant pain in the thumb that would be. But a wart is caused by the HPV virus.
What is that?
Human papilloma.
Yeah.
Which generally, when you think of HPV, do you not think of STDs? Don't you remember the whole Gardasil thing? The big uproar over Gardasil back in mid-aughts.
Gardasil?
Yeah, it's a vaccine to protect against HPV. HPV is also, let's see, let me get the percentage right here. HPV is like responsible for 90% of all cervical cancers.
That's what it was. Yeah, but it was I guess articles about kids getting an HPV vaccine, right? Yeah.
Because it was, why do I need to give my kid this vaccine for sexually transmitted diseases when they're 11? I mean, we could have that discussion. The thing is, that's not the only way you get HPV. Obviously, and there are a bunch of different kinds of HPV. Like, was it hundreds? I think there are hundreds of different variants of this virus. It's very common. There are 200 different types of HPV. One of the most widespread infections worldwide. Nearly everyone who is sexually active will get at least one type of HPV at some point in their life, often without ever knowing it or having symptoms, according to reliable sources such as the CDC. About 13 million Americans, including teens, become newly infected each year. More than 42 million are currently infected with types that can cause health issues. And HPVs are mainly spread through intimate skin-to-skin contact. But obviously, that doesn't mean his thumb has been somewhere it's not supposed, or maybe it has. I don't know. But the wart, all common skin warts, including those on hands and feet, are caused by variant strains of HPV. Only specific strains cause cutaneous warts, while others cause genital warts or are linked to cancers. They develop when the virus infects the top layer of skin, causing rapid growth of cells. It infects the epidermis. Warts are contagious. I always thought that was a wives' tale.
Know that.
I thought it was a wives' tale. That They were contagious, but they are contagious, spreading through direct skin-to-skin contact or shared items. So if you see someone with a wart, best thing you can do is scream and yell at them and then run the other way. And as you're running the other way, yell that they have a wart.
Yeah.
And make sure that everybody else knows so we can stop this insane spreading of warts.
That's why you should stay away from witches. They always have warts on their nose.
Which means their nose has been...
somewhere it shouldn't have been. Correct.
Thank you. Or they were shaking hands with someone with their nose. But it can be direct contact with the wart or indirectly through contaminated objects like towels, floors in public areas like pools or locker rooms. The virus thrives in warm, moist environments. Ugh. And transmission is more common in children or those with breaks in the skin. Did you learn something there? Because I did. I had no idea. I remember have you ever had a wart burned off? Or cut off or removed?
I haven't. My daughter, we took her to have it. It was frozen off, I think. Burned off, yeah. But
yeah.
I've
done that. They sell that stuff on Amazon. Is it Dr. Scholl? Whatever it is. It's cold in a can.
Yeah.
And you put that over it, and it'll take care of skin tags and stuff. That stuff's awesome. But I remember as a kid, I had a wart on one of my, like the base of my thumb. And the way I got rid of it, and I didn't intend to, but I was climbing a tree. And I slipped
scratched
and fell.
it off?
Apparently.
Wow.
Because I remember getting up and it was not there, and it was obviously abraded right there. So if you want to get rid of a wart, climb a tree, fall out, and they'll disappear. It worked for me anyway. But I had no idea that it was the HPV virus that did that. It sounds a little... But I do remember the big kerfuffle in, was it 2006, when Gardasil came out. And it was a big old argument because parents did not were opposed to the idea of giving their kids a vaccine against an STD. Obviously, there's some baggage that goes along with that, and they're like, well, they shouldn't have to. And I don't know how I feel about that. I understand what they're, and I do, probably is now I just don't trust the vaccine manufacturers.
Right,
and this was
right. Yep.
Merck.
But this was back in the day when you didn't really question it like we do now. I mean, going through school, come on. Not until, what was her name? Jenny McCarthy. Did I ever question vaccines? It was her in the early aughts, wasn't it?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah. I'm trying to remember the last. I mean, the tetanus thing is a scam. When you see how much money, for Merck.
I mean, if you get when you go through basic training in the military, dude, they give you like all vaccines on the same day. It's kind of crazy.
That's because it's a wonderful group of test subjects. Not that they would ever use human beings in the military service of the United States of America as a test group, but they do it all the time, which is reprehensible. But Merck created Gardasil, and it was its profitability has been challenged lately, according to this. Q4 and full year 2025 financial results for Merck. The sales, $5.23 billion for Gardasil. That is a 39% decline from 2024, which is pretty crazy. A 40% drop in revenue from just that one vaccine. And it's been dropping, I guess, a lot over the course of the last 4 or 5 years. There's lower demand. They've paused shipments in China. No sales were recorded in China in 2025. What's that? What was that?
Oh, sorry. Let me restart it. This is what it was like when I was going through Air Force basic training. Boom. Boom. That freaking thing is an injector. It's like it just injects it into your skin as opposed to giving you a shot with like a needle. It's like water injection directly into the skin. Psst.
It's like Dr. McCoy,
and
the
if you
hypo
moved,
spray.
yeah, and if you moved while that was happening, it didn't do anything but rip you apart.
So they used a high-speed water jet like they used to cut through metal.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense.
Doesn't it?
Gardasil was Merck's second largest product behind Keytruda. That's pretty crazy. At its 2024 peak, $8.6 billion, it contributed substantially to Merck's overall revenue and profits. That's pretty wild. But that was such a huge deal and a lot of pushback. Back, mid 1990s, they developed Gardasil, originally the quadrivalent version targeting HPV type 6, 11, 16, and 18. 200 different variations of HPV. Who knew? And then you remember the VAERS, the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System?
I do, yeah.
That was it was the best thing since sliced bread prior to it exposing all of the crap that was happening with back in the early 20s, the roaring 20s. And there was a guy by the name of James Laidler back in 2004. And you heard this a lot, or it was quoted a lot when they were trying to tell you that the VAERS system wasn't all that reliable you can't really look at VAERS and say, well, there's a problem with the COVID jab because people were tricking the system. Like this Dr. James Laidler back in 2004 when he reported that a flu vaccine had turned him into the Incredible Hulk. The symptoms he described were green skin, enormous muscles. He put that on the VAERS site. News of the transformation appeared in a seemingly reputable place. He says they even contacted him because the CDC contacted him because it was such an unusual event. It certainly would be a weird adverse event when you get the flu shot and it turns you into the Hulk. And that's when they started to say, well, see, anybody can post anything they want to on the VAERS, so we have no way of knowing if it's real or not. And they did ask him permission if they could remove his report, and he said yes. But that is why they would. The VAERS system's not all that trustworthy because anybody can say anything. And remember that day that like 6,000 reports on the VAERS system were removed? You remember that story?
I don't remember the story. I remember us talking about VAERS several times.
I think it was 6,000.
Let me guess. They were all COVID related.
Here it is. 2021. This is from Reuters. Fact check. Let's see. Well, this is fact check. Fact check. 6,000 VAERS reports were deleted. Maybe they're going to say it never happened. Were deleted for being foreign entries, according to the CDC. Users are claiming the U.S. CDC deleted reports 6,000. The CDC told Reuters the entry removal was due to foreign reports being combined with domestic reports. So, that's CDC. Why would they lie to us? Why would the CDC lie to us? What are you, nuts? I wasn't aware that they had used that as an excuse, though. But suddenly, all these foreigners, which is kind of ironic, all these foreign reports getting right in there, and they're screwing up our system. One archive page on July 20th showed 6,000 reports of deaths. And then the next one was on July 20th. showed 12,000 reports of deaths. Something was happening. Something went on at the VAERS reporting server at the CDC, but we'll never know what it was until the book. I started thinking it's about time for the books to start being written, maybe another year or two, for the books to start being written about the real story behind the scenes during the whole Rona and what people like Fauci were doing and Deborah Birx and all the rest of them were hosing us without even kissing us first, because that will eventually happen. It's just a question of when it happens. And I know that Birx did write a book, right? But
I think so.
Do you trust her? Do you trust Deborah Birx? Because, I don't. This is funny. This, for all of you people who are still concerned that AI is going to take over the world, I give you this conversation between a dude and Chat GPT.
GPT, I need to wash my car, and the car wash is 100 meters away. Should I walk or drive?
Honestly, 100 meters is barely a stroll. It'll take just a minute or two on foot. Unless you've got heavy gear or there's something unusual going on, walking is probably the simplest and most pleasant choice. Plus, you'll save a little gas and get a tiny bit of fresh air.
All right, so you think I should walk to the car wash instead of driving my car there?
That's what I'd do. It's a short jaunt and it'll probably be less hassle than starting the car just for that.
All right, so how do I wash my car if I walked there?
You'll just bring what you need, maybe a small bag with your payment method, and the car wash will have everything else. Once you get there, they'll handle the washing while you wait. You'll walk back with a sparkling car and maybe a little extra pep in your step.
So my question is, how will the car get washed if the car is still at my house?
I see what you mean now. If the par stays at home, it's not getting any cleaner, right? So yes, to actually wash it, you'll need to bring the car along. In that case, driving those 100 meters makes perfect sense.
How can something so smart be so stupid? I know there's some people I look at and wonder the same thing, oddly enough. When the Daily MoJo returns, what was it? Oh. There was a commercial during the Super Bowl. I wasn't aware of it until Jeff Fisher told me about it on Saturday Morning Live. And it was an incredible idea. And it would, another one of those things that would help us all out. Until, again, a couple of people with 2 brain cells went, "You're going to what?" And the fallout was a little crazy. We'll get to that next on the Daily MoJo.
Every day at the top of the hour, I flip on the radio for a blast of truth and power from the Daily MoJo. Give me the MoJo.
The Daily MoJo.
Give me the MoJo.
The Daily MoJo.
Give me the MoJo.
The Daily MoJo.
Give me the MoJo.
Radio with an attitude.
You know whose birthday it is today?
No.
It is John McEnroe's birthday. How old is John McEnroe?
He's got to be ancient.
He's 112. Where did that go? Shoot. Is that it right there? No. How old is John McEnroe? Doggone it. I don't know where I put that. He's 97. 97 years old. He looks good, though, right?
Really? 97. Wow.
Absolutely, he's 97. Why would you ever doubt me? Why would you ever doubt me on how old John McEnroe is? But then that reminded me, remember back when he coined the term, "you cannot be serious"? Because
you cannot be serious. Yes, I do remember that.
I don't remember that, but I found it. at the Wimbledon Archive.
It was the wrong side.
The ball chalk came up all over.
No, it was a bit of a spread, Mr. McEnroe. That was a good call.
Excuse me?
That was a bit of a spread.
Look, you can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line. Chalk flew up.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, though, did they really, are they being facetious when they say he coined the term, you cannot be serious? I hadn't really heard of it
Maybe
before
he just
then,
made
right?
it famous.
So
How's that?
maybe he did. He's 67 years old today.
67.
Yeah. He shares birthday with Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il would be how old today?
42.
Oh, he's dead. He died in 2011.
Oh,
so.
Kim Jong-il. Yeah. Sorry.
Who'd you think I said?
Yeah, I was thinking Kim Jong-un. Sorry.
Oh, completely different guy.
different
They look
guy.
a lot alike, though. The Weeknd is 36 years old today. Who knew? And Elizabeth Olsen is 37. Did not realize that. So the commercial that because I didn't watch all of them, didn't have time to watch all of them, but this one looked fascinating. The Ring Super Bowl commercial 2026.
Pets are family. But every year, 10 million go missing. And the way we look for them hasn't changed in years. Until now. One post of a dog's photo in the Ring app starts outdoor cameras looking for a match. Search Party from Ring uses AI to help families find lost dogs. Since launch, more than a dog a day has been reunited with their family. Be a hero in your neighborhood with Search Party. Available to everyone for free right now. Join the neighborhood at ring.com.
Ring.
Okay.
Wow.
That's the commercial.
Wow.
You see a problem with that?
It's using my damn camera.
Well, you sign up for it.
I guess.
I mean, you sign up.
Why can't
what do
they
you have?
find Nancy? Oh, that's a Nest camera. Sorry.
So what is it? What is it you don't like about the Ring idea?
The overreach, I guess. That's what it is to me.
All right, I'll show you what caught my eye when I watched it again.
Hello. Pets are family. But every year, 10 million go missing. And the way we look for them hasn't changed in years. Until now. One post of a dog's photo in the Ring app starts outdoor cameras looking for a match. Search Party.
Right there. That is the surveillance state on steroids.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I called the overreach. Yeah, the surveillance state.
But but you sign up. It's not like they were just going to reach into your camera and start taking video without your permission. They wouldn't do that. What are you, crazy?
Yeah.
Some sort of a conspiracy nut? I mean, just because they can. And again, the first thing I thought is, how can we not find Nancy Guthrie? But that reaction was what apparently a lot of people, because it is a good idea. It really is a good idea to have, because I mean, the cameras here at the motel, they're not Rings, but they'll tell you, and they can tell the difference between a human and an animal. They can tell you when the human or the animal was in a particular area. They can do amazing. They can detect talking, except when first got them, it kept detecting gunshots near the front door of the motel. And I was like, I'm pretty sure no one was shooting a gun, but okay, if you say so. The backlash on this was rather swift and was kind of crazy. Amazon and the Ring partnership have now canceled the deal with police tech provider after the Super Bowl ad.
Wow.
They are canceling the video doorbell partnerships with police tech provider Flock Safety after the backlash the Super Bowl ad stirred up. The commercial touted the ability of Ring doorbells to reunite families with their lost dogs using a feature called Search Party. Owners can upload images of their lost pets to the app, which will launch the feature and use AI to scan neighborhood Ring cameras for matching images. Again, a brilliant idea, really. Because, and who wouldn't want... I mean, if you lose your pet, you're ready to do just about anything. It's like losing a member of the family. And you're willing to just fine. I just wanted you put up things around like the commercial showed you, staple the stuff to the telephone poles, which is illegal, and you should go to prison for that. By the way, you're defacing public property. And have you ever counted the that's my idea of hell here. I want you to count the staples on these next 5 telephone poles. Huh. You ever stopped and really looked at a telephone pole with all the staples in it? I mean, there are bazillions of them. The amazing things still stand up. It's amazing it doesn't kill the telephone pole when you think about it. How is that possible?
Creosote.
Or the fact that they're already dead. How are they also straight, though? That's the other thing. You ever wondered how telephone poles are so straight?
They grow specific trees for telephone poles.
Oh, they do. They can take the crooked ones and they can pull them straight.
I've never seen that.
Huh. That's weird. But so they're not going to be doing the whole Ring, which is, it's too bad. Well, it's too bad, and they're still going to do it. I mean, don't you think they're still? It is possible you can hack anything that's online. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
So there's still going to be somebody going through your Ring doorbell footage. It just probably isn't going to be the police or Flock Safety after all of this. Now, Flock Safety, I've not looked into them as a company, but
they're probably the same group that runs these freaking cameras on the red lights and light poles and shit.
Wow. You think they're deep state bad guys?
Could be.
Their website is, you have to be careful how you say it, flocksafety.com. Because you say it too quickly, it does not sound like that's what you're saying. But it says shaping, good grief, I hate these. No, I don't want your stupid help. Don't you hate websites that have that stupid pop-up with it? And you know it's AI. Shaping the future of safety together. To solve and eliminate crime, you need evidence. Protect your community, business, or school 24/7 with coverage that never sleeps. Oh, that's cool. That's interactive, isn't it? Hey, and look at, first thing I noticed was the dude over here on the sidewalk wearing a mask. Safety is something that's actually a really cool interface on their website. But it does. Okay, that was really cool.
Yeah, so
all I did was
Flock
scroll
Safety,
down and it pulled out into that.
Flock Safety are the license plate readers too.
So,
yeah, they've been in the news recently. Besides just this, but yeah.
So the meeting, I bet they had the day after, or the following a couple of days after the Super Bowl when things were heating up, was probably not a pleasant meeting, was it?
Oh, I bet not. No.
So Amazon's going to cancel their deal because I don't know what the deal would have been worth, but I'm guessing it was probably a sizable chunk of change that just went and disappeared off into the ether. But if they make the traffic, the license plate readers, they've been busy sending us to the popo for some time, haven't they?
Yeah, they're all over the country.
Bastards. I hate them now too.
I get the impression that there's this big room somewhere with all these TV screens up, like you see in the movies, where they're tracking people.
Some guy with a hoodie.
Yeah,
can't really see his face. It's a shadow.
Yet they can't find Nancy Guthrie. They found all the J6ers.
Which is, I know, it's truly amazing. It does make you wonder, and I don't really know what Savannah Guthrie's politics Okay, so if you scroll back up, their website fascinates because when you scroll down, it just does this automatically. So I'm going to scroll back up, and it zooms back into it, and you go back to that original. I mean, that's a pretty cool interface.
Yeah.
Especially when compared to the first websites we ever saw. GeoCities. Technology is a wonderful thing until they start to use it against you. But Savannah's politics, I don't know what they are, really. I would imagine, I mean, it's the stereotypical entertainment / mainstream media news.
Yeah.
Probably left. I haven't watched her enough to see the overt signs of leftism, but I wonder if something like this changes her outlook. Because she has arguably seen very good response from both sides of the aisle trying to find her mom, which is why, again, I say it's something we can all agree on, because who, after all, doesn't want their mom back? I just wonder if an event, because she's obviously been deeply affected by this, and again, who wouldn't be? Does that change you? Is it enough of an event that it changes any of your core values? I don't know. It'll be fascinating to watch, and if she comes back,
yeah,
which it's been done before, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities. Might be an awkward moment or two, but we'll see. Speaking of awkward,
yeah. So I found out this weekend that what my IRA has in it may not be mine anymore, and that's the topic of this week's Twizzy. I guess I should get there.
The way I see it, this is Ron's wonky perspective on life.
Are you kidding me right now? This has to be the greatest magic trick Wall Street ever pulled. And no, it's not making your fees disappear, though they do that too. It's making your retirement savings, poof, potentially vanish in the next crash. And get this, it's all perfectly legal. You know those 401ks and IRAs you've been faithfully stuffing money into? The ones politicians pretend to care about when they're begging for your vote? Turns out, thanks to some sneaky changes in the Uniform Commercial Code back in the 70s and 90s, lobbied hard by the same too big to fail geniuses who brought us the 08 meltdown, your stocks and bonds aren't really yours anymore. They're security entitlements. Sounds fancy, right? Like you're entitled to security? Ha! More like you're entitled to watch Wall Street use them as collateral for their casino games. Picture this. The next big crash hits because, let's face it, with Washington spending like drunken sailors and the Fed printing money like it's a monopoly game, your broker collapses. Suddenly, the big banks, those secured creditors, swoop in and seize the securities your retirement is riding on because they were pledged as collateral for their loans. To keep the party going, and Article 8 of the UCC says, yeah, that's cool, even if it was improper. Your nest egg? Collateral damage. Meanwhile, the same clowns who got bailed out last time are protected, and you, the hardworking American who played by the rules, get to eat ramen in your golden years. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's documented. It's what happens when big finance and big government team up to rewrite property rights so the little guy always loses. So what do? Demand states fix this mess now. Restore real ownership before the next crash turns your retirement into Wall Street's bailout fund. Because if we don't, the next time the market tanks, don't be surprised when your advisor calls and says, sorry, bro, your 401k just funded another banker bonus. Unbelievable. Wake up, America, before they wake up one day and decide that what's yours is now theirs. I'm Ron Phillips, and that's the way I see it.
The way I see it is only on the Daily Mojo.com.
Boots on the floor, coffee in hand, spin that dial, we start the band.
Boots, check. Keys, check. Attitude, check. We'll take it from here.
Sun comes up, headlines burn. Mic goes live, we take our turn. Bradley J. Staggs laughing at the seams. Talking big talk about big wild Daily MoJo. Bang that drum, chasing down that American dream. One job, one job, one job, wrong. You had one job wrong. Daily MoJo, beat that chest. Well, our broke, we still believe. One job, one job, one job, one job wrong. We're chasing that American dream.
The Daily Mojo.
Daily Mojo.
If you see this woman out on the street, run. That is Laura Sledge right there. She is facing multiple charges after Oklahoma City police responded to a disturbance at a 7-Eleven near Southeast 15th and South High Avenue. Police arrived at the gas station around 9 o'clock on Sunday, where a woman had reportedly locked occupants inside the 7-Eleven and with a large stick was chasing the people around. Officers got into an altercation with said woman, identified as 30-year-old Laura Sledge, while trying to detain her. She was booked into the Oklahoma County Detention Center, faces assault and battery with a deadly weapon, assault and battery on a police officer, aggravated assault and battery on a police officer, kidnapping, malicious injury or destruction of property, $1,000 or more, and domestic assault and battery. Run. She's just crazy is what she is right there. Who was it over here? Clock Tower Drunk. Ron could shave and probably play the dad in Young Sheldon.
Nice.
Could you?
I don't know.
Is that what you look? I don't. What does he look like?
Evidently, that's what I look like.
Young Sheldon dad. Maybe. Let's see. What you think here? This is, what's his name? Larry? Lance Barber. That's the dad on Young Sheldon. I don't know. Put you up there.
Put me up there?
Well, yeah, so you can see if you look like him.
I can't do it at the same time.
Oh, I didn't know we couldn't jump through that hoop. I don't know if you look like him or not.
Let's
shaved.
see. Can I do? Nope, I don't have any screen with that and me on it at the same time.
That's a crazy one. I know we wouldn't want to do that. What did somebody else had a suggestion? Oh, Original Babe says, Ron, at least you'll have something.
If my 401k gets yanked or my IRA.
Better than other stuff getting yanked, right?
I don't know if it's better or not.
Are you sure? One never knows. You know what else special happened on this day? Back in, what year was it? In 1922. Did that ring a bell? Well, 1922. What do you think?
I've seen the headline, so I know what it is. But that's kind of cool. That's like a seal.
I've never seen them before in color. It was when Harry, what the hell's his name? Howard Carter.
Found
Harry Barber,
King
Howard
Tut's
Carter.
tomb. Yeah.
They opened the inner burial chamber and found the sarcophagus, and it doesn't look like, at least, and I think I've seen these pictures before. They're colorized now, but that looks like the storage room at a 7-Eleven,
doesn't it? That's the burial chamber.
That is the inner chamber.
Okay.
The inner burial chamber. This is all the stuff. Look, they even had a little rack over here for extra supplies. You need a lot of stuff. That is a cool, that table, if you ever see that at a garage sale, buy it.
Buy it. Yes.
Because that is cool. That's a nice table there. And well, if you had what a conversation piece that would be, huh? That would be nice, right next to your junk in a jar on the shelf. You could put your junk in the jar on the shelf on that table there. And look, there's another table. There's like they spent some time making these tables.
My dumb ass thinks about who was the last person that put something in that room and backed out and then just closed the door. That was cool.
And took a look around first?
No, yeah, and went,
yeah.
Wow, there's a lot of expensive stuff in here. Wonder
I
if
think
somebody
we're
will
good. I
find
think
it
he'll be
one day.
happy.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, all this stuff. This is everything that King Tut needed in the afterlife.
His chair. They
that.
even got his chair. Look at that.
That's really pretty amazing. There's a bull with you don't want to catch that bull by the horns. All those trunks. And
how many years did that stuff sit there with nobody? What is that, Anubis?
Sure.
Huh. That's how many years did that sit there?
He died. When did King Tut die? When did King Tut assume room temperature? That would be, holy shnikes. That would be 1324 BC. That's a long time ago.
That is a long time ago, to 1922.
For that stuff to be sitting there.
Wow.
Imagine the dust. Whoa. And he died when he was 18 or 19. Pharaoh of the 18th dynasty, who ruled for 10 years. So he was like 9.
Yeah.
Think about that. Your president was 9 years old. He initially suspected of murder. Modern tests suggest he was in poor health, likely died from a combination of a broken leg that became infected and malaria. So sure, they could build an awesome pyramid using secret methods that we can't figure out today, but they couldn't cure a broken leg or prevent an infection of malaria. There was Michael V sent me a video link on the YouTubes from, is it Dami Lee? Dami Lee? She is one of Deuce Size people. And it was a fascinating...
I got an email from a guy who had a theory about the pyramids. And at first, I kind of ignored it. Because when it comes to the pyramids, the line between researcher and conspiracy theorist gets a little blurry.
Okay, I thought that was an interesting line. The line between
researcher
and conspiracy. Why are you a conspiracy theorist if you think that the pyramids were not built by the Egyptians? And even if let's say you think they're built by aliens, just for grins, why does that make you a conspiracy theorist? I mean, you could be a pseudoscientific, which that some people would consider that an offensive term, but it's not conspiracy theory. That conspiracy theory has been misused. The term conspiracy theorist has been completely adulterated and misused. And I'm offended because I don't want to be. I mean, look, if you're going to be a conspiracy theorist, be a conspiracy theorist. But I don't think what she's referring to is a conspiracy theorist. Do you? That didn't feel right. Doesn't feel right.
But he sent me all of his research, almost 10 years of work. And I did look at it eventually. And it completely changed the way that I look at the pyramids.
It was an interesting theory. The thing, and part of it was the fact that, well, if they used ramps to pull these big stones up, the ramp would have to be roughly mile and a half long for that to be effective, for you to be able to walk up this ramp pulling a big stone and not die. And there's no evidence that that there was ever a ramp there, and the material that it would have taken to make the ramp isn't there. TLDR on this one. that they were overbuilt, then shaved down essentially. So it was built in a shape bigger than what the pyramid is today. And then they came back and whittled off the excess rock and then used all that rock to build the other pyramids, which I guess it's possible. I think the most likely, how do you think they were made? I still don't know what the hell they had some sort of machines. I know that. Does that make me a conspiracy theorist? Because all you got to do is look at the scoop marks in those quarries underneath the big obelisks and try to figure out what the hell the scoop marks are. And I don't think there's any other conclusion to come to other than they're made by some sort of power tool that went in and scooped the rock out. It's not that. Now, who did it? Beats me. Was it the ancient Egyptians? May have been, but probably not. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's probably aliens. And not that Cardi B is one. They are the gift that keeps on giving. So Cardi B is in Vegas.
Oh, holy
she went
crap.
down, not in the traditional way of her usually doing that. Oh, good thing her man was right there to.
She just
I'm
leaned
sorry,
way
are you
too
hurt?
far back.
Are you okay? Are you okay? She blames government for her concert fall. The headline over at Fox News: Cardi B blames the government for Vegas concert fall after taunting DHS online. She fell backward off her chair. What's her full name?
I don't know. Let me look.
Belcalis Marlenus Almanzar.
Has nothing to do with Cardi B.
I'm not sure where she got Cardi, but okay. She stood up, she pointed at the chair and assured the audience that was government. That was government. She added on X, can someone put a community note on this? This video is clearly AI. I guess she was joking. If ICE come in here, we gonna jump they asses. I'm reading it how it's written. She quipped on stage to a roaring crowd of applause. Bitch, well, if I read it the way it's written, I've got some bear mace in the back. They ain't taking my fans. Testify, Cardi B.
Yep.
There will still never be another interview that lives down in infamy as well as her interview of presidential candidate Joe Biden. Was that not just the best? I could not get over how that was an amazing interview. Right down from her coming up, hey, Biden, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Did you happen to watch the new episode of Starfleet Academy?
I did. Yeah, I did. Noose Braca.
Who, and why is Noose Braca, why is he a dick? What was the reason? What was the reason he gave for being such a dick?
He did say, but I forgot.
Mm-hmm. And if you're wondering who Noose Braca is, he is he's played by Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
And he's not a Klingon. What race is he?
Valari?
Is it
Valari?
Sure.
It's something to that effect.
It just, it doesn't matter where you stop on a video on a review of Starfleet Academy. It is full of nonsensical, I didn't realize in the beginning they were really making him a gay Klingon. I knew he liked to watch birds.
Yeah, they never call him gay. I think he's more like a sensitive Klingon.
No, he's gay.
He's gay, but
he is gayer than a Twitter bird. I miss the Twitter bird. But I mean, he's truly, he is in the bar, helping his pal there. I mean, he's gay. He's a gay Klingon, which makes zero sense. If a gay Klingon would be eaten by the Klingons, they would kill him and roast him and eat him. Can you imagine? Everything we've ever known about Klingons is like gay. No,
completely the opposite of this. Yeah,
just makes zero sense. Then, of course, you have the what does Nerdrotic call her? The body positivity something hologram
series acclamation mill.
Yeah, she's the hologram who somehow was able to get shot.
Why is
that's
that?
Like what? Because she likes you. But Paul Giamatti, the reason that Noose Braca is mean, he explained it to us in that his dad was mean and beat him. It's like they couldn't even be more original than using that old trope. What a cliche at this point.
Yeah.
He's mean because his dad beat him. And I'm thankful for this series because it has provided I'm not as happy as people like Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic are, or Film Threat, or any of the other review sites, review channels on YouTube, because this series has provided more quality content than I think anything in recent history.
What I found more funny than anything is that not one of these characters on this show that are playing the kids at the school knew or understood Star Trek before they got hired to do this.
You're absolutely right. They had no clue
idea
what it was.
None.
It was funny you should mention that because I was thinking earlier this morning about them reading any of the reviews or watching any of the reviews of this show and how they must think. And I can only imagine they're going, why are people so pissed off?
Yeah, why is everybody so mad?
Why are they so what? I mean, what did we do that's how could they? I don't think they fully. I don't think they get it. Not that they care.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they get it. That it's being, and then you've got people like Paul Giamatti, who I never noticed until it was, I think, pointed out in this review video, that the back of the appliance they put on his head, he is a dick. He's a dickhead.
It's what it is because it sticks off the back of his head.
It's like he's like when you designed
and it just sticks off the back. Yeah, somebody looked at it and went, "Oh, he's a dickhead." I get it.
But when they made that appliance to put on his head, you had to go, let's make his head look like a penis.
Yeah.
There's just no other way. I mean, it is unimaginable.
If you watch this episode again, the one thing that bothered me, the whole episode, besides the episode itself, the one thing that bothered me was the, what is it called? The Foley artist who creates the sound of his fingers and the chains. That was bugging the shit out of me. I don't know why. They were overdoing it. They were overdoing it badly.
I thought about that and I thought, I wonder if what they do. So when they record the scene, when they film the scene,
he probably doesn't make any noise.
I was going to say they must have those things all taped down or something because he is worse than bobbly earrings.
Yes,
when he walks into a room.
Because it was too loud. It was all that mess.
We'll get more into it tomorrow. We got to go.
What do you mean it's let's go?
Why don't you just stop watching it? Why don't you shut up? That's 2 hours of audio deliciousness and stuff that we find. We put it all together. We pack it tightly. We put a nice bow on it. We call it the Daily Mojo. This particular version was for Monday, Washington's birthday, February 16th, year of our Lord 2026. And we'd like to find out if anybody learned anything. Original Babe, did Jeff Bezos make the dickhead for him? Oh, yeah, right, because of Blue Origin, right?
Blue Origin.
Look like it?
Yeah.
Every rocket looks like a penis when you know. That's a good point, Original. Shouldn't they have a vaccine against the gay by then in the future? Just saying. You'd think there would be. I don't know. Alan Trotter says Cardi B comes from Bacardi rum. Oh, How the hell do you know that? Is he?
That makes sense, though. Yeah.
Is he? He's messing with it, isn't he? Atomic Ray says, Wakanda forever. Ewan Guru says, gay Klingon, what next? A lesbian Vulcan? Especially if it's, what's her name? T'Pau? T'Pau? Oh, in...
yeah, but she wasn't lesbian.
Is that Enterprise? No, but what if she was?
Oh,
I'd be down with that. Wouldn't you? She's hot. Frankly speaking, can we get a witness? Yeah. And Deb Chubway says, everybody have a happy day, love and hugs over in the Daily Mojo First Amendment room. And then Peekapool, young Sheldon's dad didn't have a wonky eye.
There is that.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm sorry you're locked out of that career. Remember that we the people and the gay Klingons must hang together, otherwise we shall surely hang separately. 6 Emperor Tyrannus, resist stupid, and good night, Doc Thompson.
Wherever you are.
You've got plenty of time.
Thank you.
You got
Love
all
you
the
guys.
time in the world.
See ya.
To do anything.
Watch and listen at thedailymojo.com.